Was that too much? No, get it, girl. Bestie therapy.
Hey, welcome to Bestie Therapy, where we talk about the therapy going on in all of our lives. I'm Persephone, and I'm Riles. Get ready to spill the tea. Woo! You're gonna hear this intro again, and I've really laughed hard because me and Persephone were doing, sorry guys, another split episode. Just so busy and just so many things. And, yeah, but you're going to hear the intro two times because Persephone gave it a good go, and you'll hear that in a second. And oh man, she made a good attempt. She made a good attempt at doing the intro, but we haven't been together. So yeah, you'll hear it. But my love, you did great, baby. You did great. Hi everyone. So this week we are talking about things we are learning. And I'll just, I'm going to start off before I get into the topic. I'm just going to, give a little showdown on the week. Well, my week this week. We finished the Monroe show. Woo! And it was so cool. We had about, oh my goodness, like 260 something people show up with, their children, because it was a children's theater show. So that's for me, that was like a big crowd for like children's theater. So I thought it was really, really cool to have a pretty big audience. It filled up we filled up the house almost so close. We were so close to a full house, I would say. I think it fits about 300 people. I know they rearranged some of the seating, like a long time ago. It used to hold more, but I think the house, essentially, the theater, it's the seats in the auditorium. We call that the house. Not an actual house, but the house holds about 300 people, I believe. So we were almost full, I would say, maybe 350. I don't know. I could be completely wrong. I could be way off with my count, but it's not like I went through the theater and counted all the seats. But anyway, yeah, we had about 260 people in the audience, which was really cool. Really, really cool. I've been working this week, doing rehearsals. Yeah, fun stuff. Trying to write my movie as much as possible this week. But, it's hard with everything going on. And so hopefully, since things are slowing down a little bit for me, like a little bit, I will probably have some more time to actually do it. But today is Liesel's birthday. Happy birthday, Liesel. And Jenny, my dear friend Jenny, it's her birthday too today. Happy birthday to you both. Whoa! Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Oh, and it is also Miss Nikki's birthday. Happy birthday, Miss Nikki. Woo! I think those are all the birthdays that I know of for tomorrow or today. Because, today I'm recording it Thursday, but, it is Friday. So, happy birthday to everyone. Woo! Cool. So, this week's topic is what we are learning. Well, here's the thing about me is I know everything that I'm about to say. It's stuff that I know of. But it's things that I'm really, 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 really bad at. I think the big thing for me this week is patience and listening to your body. So, in perspective, for pretty much the entire month of May and into June, I was a part of 3 different shows all at once. One was a choir concert in Detroit. Another one was the theater show, children's theater show in Monroe. And then I was also a part of this cabaret. Well, for weeks, and I'm not even kidding ya, for weeks on end, I really have not had a moment's rest. And when I did have some downtime, I was either working on the movie or I was, trying to have a social life. But I do not think, and I'm not even kidding, I do not think I've had a day where I just didn't do anything. And it's so hard for me to even do that. I don't like doing that because even when I rest, well, I'll put in quotations rest, I'm always going, well, I need to do this and I need to do that. And if I don't do this right now, or if I don't do this in the next 5 minutes, then I'm not going to have a productive day. And my body is feeling it this week. And it's not like I'm not in pain or anything. It's nothing like that. I am just, Wednesday, I was literally just unfazed with everything, completely unfazed. It was like I was a robot, not kidding. I would speak and I just had zero emotion. I was literally just, it's not good. It's not good. And so for me, my biggest fear is running out of time to do things. And so I'm always hustling to get stuff done and move on to the next so that I can continue with the work that I really want to showcase. But I have to remind myself that I am, in fact, not a robot. I am not something that doesn't need to sleep. I am a person. I have a body, and our bodies are our instruments. And I can admit right now I am treating my body terribly by not giving it the rest it deserves, because my body has, put up with so many things. You know what I mean? My body has gotten me throughout the years, has gotten me through many things, injuries, sicknesses, things that bodies do. But if I don't treat my body right by giving it the rest and the nutrients that it needs to actually, feel well rested and functionable, well, then there's going to come a day where I'm not going to be able to function. And Wednesday was, that was the warning sign for me, was Wednesday, when I literally was just I woke up tired, went throughout the day tired. I've been having, and I know it's not good for you, but I've been having energy drinks, which is unheard of for me because I do not like coffee. I don't drink coffee. I've never ever needed coffee in my life. I could wake up at 5 a.m, go to an airport and be chipper than anyone who is with me who had coffee that morning. That has happened before, where I would show up and I'm like, hey guys, oh my goodness, so ready. And they're like, how do you have energy? So energy drinks for me, I never thought would happen. Never. I had an energy drink on Wednesday. Didn't work. I was still so tired. It didn't help. And I might have gotten a little bit slap happy. But no. I was still so unfazed with literally everything. Oh my goodness. It was a day. And I'm not going to get in because there was stuff that happened on Wednesday. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say on that. It was just a day on Wednesday. And so yeah, that's, I think, the biggest thing that I am learning right now is I'm just working on my relationship with my body, to be honest with you, working on it with food. I've been not going through, that's not the right word, but I'm trying to figure out my relationship with food and what is good for my body and what isn't good for my body. Because I've always, to be honest, I've struggled with weight my whole life. and I like would try different things. For 3 years, I would like not eat past 8 o'clock, but then I would get so hungry and I would just be like, no, you just have to like push through it. And that did help me drop like 30 pounds. But then I started to stall again and it just wasn't helping. And then I was just starving myself at night because I was so hungry. And I was like, okay, well, this can't be good. And so now I've reintroduced food past 8 o'clock p.m., but trying to figure out like what is like the best thing for me and my body when it comes to like food and what is needed. I've been trying to eat like more protein recently and seeing if that helps, because protein is really good for you. And of course, vegetables and stuff. Like, you need to have all of your food groups, but just like having a little bit more protein so it holds me over like throughout the day. So I'm just, trying to be patient with that journey. And I know when it comes to like body weight and stuff like that too, like you have to like sleep well and you need to hydrate, all of that necessities. And rest is like a huge thing for me that I really, really, really have realized that I need to get better with, because I start to stress myself out going, oh, this isn't going to happen. I need this to happen, but I'm so like afraid this isn't going to work out. And oh, what happens if blah, blah, blah happens instead? And it's like overthinking every little step and overthinking every little thing in my brain. And I know that's not good. I know it's not good at all. So it all like stems down to patience. And patience for me has been like a huge issue. I remember when I was like 18 years old, I was like, if I'm not successful by the age of like 19, then I'm a failure. And it's like, that's not true. That's not true. Like, you can still be like 31 and figuring out like what you want in life. It's honestly, to me, it's completely normal. There's some people who are like in their 40s still finding new things that they love, finding new hobbies and new activities and changing careers. I mean, life changes all the time. So, my friend said this to me too. It's like, hey, like, you might be like 26 right now, not knowing what's going on, but you're still in season like 1 or 2 in Friends, if anyone has seen Friends. Like, everyone is like between the age of, I think, like 24 through 26 in like season 1. And then that show goes on for another 10 years, and they're not getting married and stuff until their 30s and having children until their 30s. So it's like, for anyone who has like the same mindset as me, where it's like, I can't rest because I have so many things to do, you're not falling behind. Okay? You are not falling behind. You are right on track. There's times where we'll get distracted, and there's times where, we won't have something done during the time frame we wanted it to be done. But you're not behind. Just keep moving forward. Keep doing what you got to do. Keep living your life. That's what we're here for. We're here to live a fulfilled life. And we're meant to learn about ourselves. And we learn about ourselves by going through experiences. And some things wouldn't happen if you didn't go through A, B, and C. There's some things that are meant to make you stronger. There's some things that are meant to break you down, that you have to be like, oh, that doesn't work for me, I guess. Okay, but now I know. There's just so many things in life, especially like some of the bad things, where we go, why do we have to go through this? And it's all for the greater good of, no, it's because this is how we learn about ourselves. This is how we learn about our environment and how we treat other people, or how we treat us. Like, when I say us, I mean like ourselves. There's just so many things that like I don't think we're meant to understand in life, but that's like the adventure, is like finding out. And so just have patience, treat yourself kindly, And I say all of this stuff because that's the things I'm working on this week, is treat myself with kindness, not trying to stress. But even though that like is going to naturally happen with me, but like working on that and just trying to enjoy life. We have to live life. We just have to live. We have to live. That can be different for literally everyone. Everyone might have a different mindset of how they want to live their life. But make sure your life is yours and you own that. You own that no matter what happens. You own your life. Not your mom, not your dad. They help you, they guide you. Not your friends, not your cousin, not your grandma, not your grandpa, not your uncle, your aunt. They don't own your life. You own your life. You just got to make it worth it. You got to make your life worth it. But that's up to you. That's up to you. But it is okay to rest. You have to rest if you want to do the things that you want to do. And I'm saying this for myself, trust me. I'm saying it for me. But everything that is meant to happen for you will. That dream that you have in your head, the dream that you can't get out of your mind, the magic that is, all around you, that inspires you. They're all there to show you something about yourself. And you owe it to yourself to follow through with those dreams. You got to work for it. You can't just sit. You can't just be like, oh, well, this is what I want, but I'm just going to sit here. You got to work for it. That dream that's in your head, that's there for a reason. Do it. Just do it. Rest. And do it. Okay. What do you have to say, Queen?
Hi. Welcome to Bestie Therapy, where we talk about the therapy going on in all our lives. Oh my gosh. See, it's been weeks since I've been with Riley, and now I'm like forgetting how to even like do our intro. But welcome to Bestie Therapy, y'all. It's me, Persephone. And unfortunately, me and Riley had to do another split episode. We did talk that hopefully we could do one next week together, but you know what? If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But hey, at least we'll, come out with an episode, and we're gonna still vibe and chill, because like that's what life is. You have to go with the flow of stuff, But yeah, welcome to Bestie Therapy. Sorry if you guys hear the outside. I do have the window open just because it's a beautiful day, and it's just I just want to hear nature and see nature, and I'm probably gonna go outside later on today, so that'll be nice. Okay. Let's get down. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Let's just stay. Well, I did have the little thing open just for the window open, just so the cats could see outside too, but we're gonna close the door because the cats was trying to attack the door, and we don't need that. So yeah, but welcome to Bestie Therapy. And that was I just saw a cat running towards the door because they saw a squirrel, and like so yeah, good thing we closed that door or window, whatever it's called. I guess screen door, yeah. Hi, baby. Hi. I wish we were on video so y'all could see me and the cat right now. They're so cute. His name is Mr. Meow, and he's a little rascal, and I love him. I love him to death. But welcome. Yeah, so let's start with life updates. So I know last week I talked about the book, what's it called? The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Hi, baby. Hi, Mr. Meow. And I did finish the book. However, I think I do have the physical copy on my Kindle, so I think I'm just gonna, read it back, or even just listen back to the chapters, just like if I forget any of the information there, because it's I felt like it was so much information that like my brain can't process it unless I like see it too, if I really need it. But it was definitely good to like hear it because I felt like I was able to read it or, get through the book without falling asleep. Not that it's a boring book, it's just like sometimes your brain doesn't want to focus when it needs to focus. So that's been going on. I don't think I'm doing anything this week with friends. No, but tomorrow is Juneteenth, so happy Juneteenth. Funny story. My friend was talking about like, hey, we get paid time and a half on Friday. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. That's Friday. And she just looked at me and like, mind you, I'm black and she's white. And she just looked at me and I was like, what? And she's like, per. I'm like, what? And then it took me a second. I'm like, wait, tomorrow's Juneteenth, isn't it? She's like, yeah, I wasn't gonna say anything, but like, I'm glad you know. I'm like, Dad, I'm dead. But it was it was just funny because like she was like, out of all people who should know tomorrow's a holiday, you definitely should know tomorrow's a holiday. And I'm like, I can't believe I forgot. Take my black card. Here you go. But it was just funny. It was really funny in a moment and everything. But yeah, happy Juneteenth. One year I want to go to I know downtown Detroit, usually at the Charles H. Pratt Museum, they have a festival, like a Juneteenth festival. I don't know if they're having one this year, but I I don't think I'm gonna go this year just because I'm such like, don't get me wrong, I love being around people and like, stuff like that and like vibing. But sometimes I get nervous in crowds, so I might like just not go. But when I tell you though, when I fully transition, I'm gonna be out and about and living my best life and having so much fun. Okay, I'm not gonna care what people think about me or anything. And I know I probably shouldn't care as well this year too. But I don't know. I don't want to go alone. And like I'd rather go where I like when I'm out in public and I present female, I like to wear a mask just because it's like I feel safer and like yeah, and I just feel like people aren't gonna, try to hurt me. I know that's a big stretch, but I have friends who are trans who have gotten hurt just for how they look or how people are in general. So I just would rather stay safe. But baby, when I fully transition and I do want to be able to pass, so when I am able to pass, I will be out and about. These titties will be out. Let me tell you that. And I'll be shaking my little ass and trying to get tips and dancing to the music and enjoying my culture and enjoying the best life ever. So I cannot wait for that. So anyway, with all that being said, I do want to go to a Juneteenth like parade or Juneteenth like festival one day. That was a lot. But yeah. So this week we are talking about just what we're learning this week, me and Riley are. Because we were talking, we're like, what's a good, easy topic that like we don't really have to bounce off each other and that we can just talk individually ourselves. And I was like, you know what? How about we just talk about what we're learning this week? Because her and I are both learning two very different things. And yes, our life paths have crossed, but we're on two very different life paths. And that's okay. That's how everyone should be on a different life path. So I would say this week, it's hard, but I'm really learning to trust like the universe and everything, but also like be okay with my position in life. I would say, sorry, didn't mean to crack my knuckle in the microphone. But I would say honestly just trusting where like life will take me in every like daily, like just trusting every day, but also trusting my future. Because I feel like it's hard to just honestly it's hard to believe in yourself sometimes. And some people like are great at some people are great at believing in themselves and being their number one cheerleader, and as you should, babe. Love this for you, love that. But sometimes it's hard. So I think I'm just learning to like not only trust myself, but like trust the process, because we don't see the big picture. Like in my mind, I know what the goal is. However, seeing the big picture all around, like daily, like how I'm going to get there or whatever, it's hard. It's hard to feel like your life can change when you haven't seen it recently, or when you just, don't have the strongest confidence. So I would say trusting has been a big thing, and trusting that I can accomplish what I want to accomplish, because I don't know, I feel like life, there's all these goals like in life that you have to, that society says you have to achieve, like graduate high school, go to college, get the best job, marry the best person, have kids, get more money, gain blah blah blah. Like it's just it's a lot sometimes. And like I was thinking back today, where I guess it's the part where where the learning to be okay with your past comes in. Like I was listening to a podcast, and this it was Mel Robbins, and I was listening to her, and she was talking about just how her son really really wanted to get into a college, and like they stayed up all night, and like they were just like waiting for that email saying if their son got into college or not, and they got an email, and unfortunately he didn't. But that wasn't the point of the podcast. However, it did have me start thinking, like, I wish I had parents who supported me like 100% all that I do. And it got me thinking how, like, growing up, like, it was just very, it just seemed that like my life was already planned out for me, and like it was very much controlled. And I remember like telling my family that I didn't want to go to a certain college, and like the way they pushed me so much, where I eventually just went to that college because I was just tired of them basically nagging at me to go to this college, but also like pressure, like just I was tired of their pressuring me to go to that college, but also I unfortunately a lot of fear was instilled in me growing up, and I was afraid to go to any other college besides the college that they told me to go to, because I was like, well, what if I fail? And then I never went for what I actually wanted. And that's, you ever like think about your childhood and you're thankful for the good things that happened, but like I wouldn't say the bad things, but you regret not standing up for yourself or being there for yourself more, or like you regret being controlled by others. Like that's what I'm feeling. And I don't know, I think sometimes like I think I just have to learn. I guess also what I'm learning is just to like deal with my emotions by myself, because when the sad times come, like I really just want to talk to someone. And I feel like that's good, have people you can talk to, but like I can't talk to my friends or support system all the time, like with my problems every time I feel sad. Because like, I don't know, people have lives, obviously contact them when you need to, but I knew one of my friends was working, and the other one, she was busy too. So I was like, I'm just learning how to deal with my own emotions, and it's hard. And that's why I was like trying to sign up for therapy, because I do want someone to talk to. And like, yes, it didn't work out, but like when one door opens, when one door closes, another door will open. So like, I'll be fine and everything. It's just like, you ever wish your childhood was different? And I feel like maybe everyone thinks like that. And like, if you had a great childhood, then go for it. But I know we can't choose like our family or our circumstances growing up or anything like that. But sometimes I wish we could, because sometimes it just feels like you don't really got anyone, and I know that's false. I know I have people, and I know you have people. I know we all have people, but it's just that loneliness feeling. It's just something we have to learn to deal with. And that's how I'm trying to deal. And that's what I'm learning this week, just to deal with the loneliness, but also deal with like how to regulate my own emotions. And it's hard. And I don't know, sometimes, yeah. Like sometimes, I don't know, sometimes in my mind tells me that like, you should give up. Like it's like, you should give up. You're not going to win, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, that's a lie. But, babe, it's hard out here is what I'm saying, I guess. I mean, how do you, it's hard to trust something you can't see, or just to trust your feelings. And like, I'm a feelings person. So that's just what I base off of everything is like, how do I feel about it? Some people are meant to like, how do they think about it, or what does their mind say? Or some people trust their gut more. For me, it's like I just trust my feelings and my heart, because that's the truest thing on me, for me. So yeah, I don't know. I think this week I'm just dealing how to be with myself. And don't get me wrong, I know I spend a lot of time with myself, but just dealing with myself even when it's uncomfortable, when uncomfortable emotions come up, or like, when you want to talk to someone but you can't, so you have to, talk yourself through that feeling or that emotion. And also how to trust your path and trust life. And I know we go up here and be like, you just gotta believe in yourself and blah blah blah. And yes, we are great motivationals, not motivationals, but like, we're great at motivating others. But sometimes it's hard to motivate yourself because we're our biggest critic. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm scared. I'm scared about what life is gonna look like for me in 2 years, and next month, 3 years from now, whatever it may be. Like, I'm scared for the future. And I think I've always been scared for the future. But I think everyone is scared of what they don't know. But you know what? All we can do is keep our head held high and trust the process, and be happy during the process, and smile through, and like literally, like, what's it called? Ooh, I'm trying to, and how to express joy. That's a good word. Express, and like express joy through the process. And girl, let me tell you, sometimes I do not want to be joyful. Like, I many days I want to complain, I want to yell, I want to be mad, I want to have a little attitude, I want to have a little tood, as we say at work. I want to get feisty, I want to get mean, I want to let out all my emotions sometimes. But I'm like, probably not healthy to be yelling at, like, at anything, anyone. Probably not that healthy, you know. So just finding ways to just deal with all like the ish and what my mind is saying and how I'm feeling. We're gonna figure out ways, and we are. It's just, I feel like I'm waiting for something. I don't know. I feel like I'm just waiting in a big waiting era. But you know what? I think we have to sit still, listen, and wait for whatever to come. I think I'm waiting for life to change. But I realize that I have to not only put in the work, but believe in myself and push myself. And that's a scary part, because I think, what if I fail? And you know what? Failure is okay. And I have to remind myself that failure is okay, and failure is bound to happen. Failure is learning that this way didn't work, so let's try a new way. And I just have to remind myself of that. But we're gonna do this. We're gonna live our life, live our best lives. We're gonna support ourselves 100%, live our best lives for ourselves, and that's what we gotta do. Sorry if this episode was a little bit rambly, but you know what? I'm a rambly person, baby. But thank you guys again so much for listening. Riley and I were texting and we're like, babe, we have to be in person next week. Like, we literally have to. And I'm like, yes, we do. Also, gas is getting high. Like, so we're just dealing with life, dealing with that. But yeah. Remember to email us at bestietherapy@gmail.com if you ever want to talk, or message us at bestietherapy1 on Instagram. But we love you guys, and thank you guys for listening. And remember to embrace the rain and be the sunshine. Bye.